Okay, back for another recap for NASDAQ November 11th, Friday. We tapped into the monthly imbalance and looked like we were going to be more of a range day. And as you can see, I took a loss here. We swiped the high and broke down, and I got in at market right as it was about to tap into this gap and got a little bit of a push lower. And, I was just looking at this as like, at this time of day, and it was after 11 a.m. and I just figured the high of the week is likely to be in, and I could see a little bit of a retracement, maybe just a range day. This is the Asia range, and I thought it was a decent bet. This was a half size risk anyway, and didn't. It sucks to end on a loss and a good week on the loss, but totally happy with this trade, especially since at this point I was this level here hadn't been tested after it dropped. We made a low relative to a new low relative to this low here, and thought I could at least get, even though I was in some drawdown, I thought it would react here and maybe give me a little bit of a drop, and then I could move to break even or reduce the risk. Didn't happen. Just kind of plowed right through the level, made a new high of the week, high of the day, and that's what happened. It looked decent on the 15-minute chart as well. We swiped the high here, and on S&P we didn't swipe the high, so I thought this could have been a nice play to kind of keep a consolidated day. It wouldn't have been unreasonable for a Friday to expect the high of the week to be put in early in the session and then just kind of chop around. So that's basically what happened. It was a good week overall. I think there was an argument to be made for still looking at longs. We had that imbalance there, and in Asia formed the Asia range here right above the imbalance, and basically just simply at the open spiked the low of the range and continued higher. So I think what turned me off to it was just focusing too much on the fact that we had entered into this monthly imbalance. So we tapped into the monthly imbalance, and I thought we could see a little bit of a pullback. And if we really look at it just on an hourly basis, these candles really don't show any kind of shift in momentum to the downside. It's still very much a strong bullish trend. Look at these candle closes. So I think that was just a misread on my part, especially since after we spiked it and engulfed it, created an order block, came down, retested it, and then continued higher. So actually, I think I just misread it. It was just more of a misread than anything else. Got too cute there with that trade. There was a trade in Asia session that I took a little scalp earlier on S&P, and this one was just a scalp really. Spiked the low, created this engulfing candle, got in on the retest, and then I was thinking price could make a new high, but it instead only pulled back. So what I was doing here was I was expecting it to go higher, and when it hit this area and closed in this gap, I saw this candle form, and once price broke below this, I took off most of my position and moved the rest to break even. So not a crazy remarkable trade, but I'm kind of glad I took it because it offset a good amount of the loss on the NASDAQ trade that happened in New York session. So that's it for Friday. And clearly we have a nice bullish trend forming, and we'll keep an eye out for further upside in the next week.